Key Performance Indicator, KPI, definition. A key performance indicator is a measurable value that shows how effective key business objectives are effective. Organizations use multi-level KPI to assess their success to achieve goals. High-level KPIs can focus on the overall performance of the company, while low-level KPIs can focus on services such as sales, marketing, human resources, and others. 1. What makes an effective KPI? Now that we know that KPI stands for Key Performance Indicators, it is only valuable as the action it inspires. Too often, organizations are blindly adopting KPIs recognized by the industry, then wonder why this KPI does not reflect their own business and does not affect any positive change. One of the most important, but often neglected aspects, KPIs is that they are a form of communication. As such, they respect the same rules and practices as any other form of communication. Succinct, clear, and relevant information is much more likely to be absorbed and across. With regard to the development of a KPI formulation strategy, your team should start with the basics and understand what your organizational goals are, how you plan to reach them, and that can act on this information. This should be an iterative process that involves reactions from analysts, department heads, and managers. As this fact-finding mission takes place, you will get a better understanding of which business processes must be measured with a KPI dashboard and with which this information must be shared. 2. How to define a KPI. Define key performance indicators can be a delicate business. The operating word in KPI is key because each IPM must be associated with a specific result of the company with performance measurement. KPIs are often confused with professional metrics. Although often used in the same spirit, KPIs must be defined according to critical or basic objectives. Follow these steps when defining a KPI. What is your desired result? Why does this result matter? How are you going to measure progress? How can you influence the result? Who is responsible for the outcome of the company? How will you know that you have reached your result? How often will you review progress towards the result? For example, let's say your goal is to increase this year's sales revenues. You will call this your sales growth KP. Here's how you could define the KPI. Increase sales revenue by 20% this year. Achieve this goal will allow the company to become profitable. Progress will be measured as an increase in income measured in dollars spent. By hiring additional sales staff, promoting existing customers to buy more product. The sales manager is responsible for this metric. Revenues will increase by 20% this year. Will be reviewed on a monthly basis.